Shalom, Kol Lo Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Let's give it all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to the 144,000. And real quick in this video, man, it says A1 parenting skills. Okay, and if you can't tell, that's sarcasm. It says kids edition of Shut the Fuck Up Challenge. All right. And this is a Jake woman, okay, NDub, black woman, who's raising her daughters, okay, to be monsters, okay, like she is. All right. And the reason what really made me want to do this video is because of what you see in the background, okay, the Virgin Mary picture, which shows you that our people are completely lost and confused. And, why is that doing evil? They don't have no type of sense. And this is why 2/3 of our people here in America are going to have to be destroyed. All right. This mother is laughing and cheering on her children being disrespectful. She's raising them to be statistical, disrespectful, loud, clamorous black women. All right. And it's not funny. It's not funny. Some of these comments say, was waiting for the father's turn. And where is the father? Nowhere to be found. All right. The usual suspects. Okay. Quote unquote culture. The laughing, clapping, and cheering of this. And this is just, it looks so sad. This is sad. All right. Because it's, a lot of the problem with our people is the fact that they were raised by, single mothers. Okay. They say the so-called black man is the problem, but the black man was pushed out of the house, and now they're being raised, these YNs, these damn, monster of women that's coming out. They're being raised by the so-called black woman, okay? Which she thought she could do it better. Anything you can do, I can do better, okay? Somebody said stereotypes aren't given, they're earned. They are earned, all right? So she, will kick the father out of the house and raise their children to be monsters and wondering why they're on the news, unalived or whatever, in prison. Okay, the worst thing that could happen to us was for Esau to give our women liberty to raise our children to be monsters. Okay, even the men today that are monsters and complete demons, they are demons because of they were raised by the so-called black woman. All right, this is completely disgusting and pathetic. Let's play this clip though. All right, Salakia for the noise and fair use. I'm not making any monetary gain off of this. No child was hurt in the making of this video. As you see, they laughing and having a jolly old time. But let's just play this and show you the silliness of this, man.
Fuck up. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Bitch, shut the hell up.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Did I tell your goofy ass to shut the fuck up, bitch? Bitch, shut your bitch ass up. Bitch, shut the hell up.
They said shut the fuck up.
Bitch, shut the.
And you see she's basically cheering us on, okay? Encouraging them to be monsters, all right? And this is why, like I said, 2/3 of our people here in America are going to end up being destroyed. All right, they ain't going to make it. All right, they've been brought up all wrong. And, there is no hope for them. All right? Ain't no hope for 2/3 of our people here in America, bro. Wait till the father sees this. Oh, wait, never mind. What a great family. Somebody said white privilege. When I've seen Edomites cuss their parents out in the worst ways. Jake don't do that. Jake don't cuss their parents out, to their face like that. But, they got to get permission. And it's sick that they're getting permission now to cuss like this in front of their parents. All right, but we never did that shit growing up, bro. It was never, it's called respect. All right, but let's go over here. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. It says, train up a child in a way that he or she should go, and when he or she is old, he will not depart from it. So she is training up these children to be, rebellious, loud, clamorous, disrespectful monsters. All right. So when they get older, that's the spirit they're going to be in. And that's who she is. Okay. Arrogant, proud. You can't tell them nothing. And this is why the man leaves the picture, because these women are completely unbearable to deal with. All right, absolutely unbearable to deal with, man. In NOT it says, direct your children onto the right path. Is she directing them on the right path? Absolutely not. She gonna say that, they're gonna be saying that to police officers or somebody of authority and get deleted. Okay, they're gonna say that to their man and get DV'd. And I honestly, bro, I see why back in the day, man used to DV their wives, because at the first, and these women are children. Okay, they have to be disciplined. All right, now you don't go too far, but they got to be disciplined, man. All right. But this is gonna lead a woman to get DV, because she's gonna run her mouth to the wrong man and get, a reality check. When they are older, they will not leave it. So they're not gonna leave this as they get older, because they're being taught the wrong way. So as they get older, they're gonna still be in the same spirit, doing the same foolishness, in the same vibration, man. And this is why a lot of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians are gonna be destroyed here in America, man. All right. Let's go over here. Let me grab this too. All right. It says, Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children; they have none understanding. They have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And this is the problem with Jake. They don't know how to do good, and they ain't trying to know. Okay. We definitely telling them, but are they listening? Absolutely not. In the NOT it says, my people are foolish, they do not know me, says the Lord. They are stupid children who have no understanding. They are clever enough at doing wrong, but they have no idea how to do right. Yeah, they got no idea how to do right. All right. Like I said, this is why they took the father out of the house. All right. To forward this horrendous behavior. Okay. Let's go right here. It says Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior such as becometh holiness. So you aged women, you older women, are supposed to be in, a holiness type of behavior. Okay. Not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. If she is she being a teacher of good things? Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not. And these kids, you could tell they talk like that when the mama ain't around, but she just gave them the go ahead to do it in front of her and on camera, which is going to cause them to grow up and start disrespecting her. They're going to be talking to her like that, and she ain't going to know what to do with them. You taught them that. It says they may teach the young women, and these young girls are going to grow up to be women, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. And they're not teaching them that, to love their husbands and to love their children. They're teaching them to be monsters unto their husband and to their children. I remember growing up, I had aunties and whatnot. My auntie in particular, one of my aunties, she would talk to her children so like they were somebody they were somebody on the street. Be this, da da da, like ridiculous. Okay. So, it says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. And that's how they're gonna be talking to their child's fathers, man. That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. And this is why men are leaving the state, leaving the country to go find modest women. Okay, women that have some type of respect and dignity for themselves. All right, which is very rare. This is the word for chaste. It says virtuous, pure, from unlawful sexual intercourse. Okay, morally pure, clean, pure, morally pure. And are these women being raised? These young girls being raised that way? Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not, unfortunately. Okay, they're not. All right, and this is why a lot of our women are going to have to end up just being, because 2/3 is going to be majority of you women. There's more women than there are men. So a lot of the 2/3 is going to be loud, cumbrella wearing, arrogant, stretched out neck, nigga woman that ain't trying to get right. Okay, that's too, set on getting wrong. You see, she got a Black Lives Matter shirt on, but this is what black is. All right, blackness, which means void of light. Okay, let's grab one more real quick before we gotta go. It says, um, I'll grab this real quick. Establisheth houses. Yep. Let's see. It says Ecclesiastes, and this is why it's important to have, that the father be around. This is why it's close to have a father, in the picture. All right, because without a father, that's the discipline. Okay, that's the structure. If your father is anything of a man, and I see that within my own child. I have to correct him. He do certain shit, and with his mom, that he don't do with me. He'll whine and make a bunch of noise and falling all over the floor. As soon as I walk in the room, he jump up. I'm talking about wiping his face. All of a sudden, he ain't whining no more, because these children, they know that the father is there to discipline them. The father ain't going to allow certain shit that the mother will allow. All right, it says Ecclesiastes or Sirach 3 verse 9. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children. Right. This is how children grow up to be upstanding citizens in society, and raise their own children, and bring forth life instead of death. A healthy home. It says, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. The curse of the mother, and this is the curse of the mother right here, man. She's rooting out foundations. She's destroying homes. So not only is her own home destroyed, now she's destroying other homes. So lucky for the noise, not a plantation. Now she's destroying other homes. Okay, these kids grow up and they're gonna have, broken up homes and, fractured, families, man. Children with multiple men. Okay? It says, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. Right? And now they raise their children to disrespect the father. Okay? To disrespect the father. And back in the day, your grandma or your mom used to say growing up, she was the one to tell you if you're gonna respect your father. And before the father have to get on your ass, the mother will usually check you and say, you're going to respect your father. But now they telling you to disrespect your father. Okay? Making you come up against your own father, and that's no glory unto you. All right? Which is completely out of order, completely wicked, and this is why a lot of our people ain't going to make it, bro. I just want to showcase this to say that a lot of you so-called black women here in America ain't going to make it, and this is why. This is an example of why. All right? The Lord can't beam this up onto no ship. The best thing he can do is eliminate them. Okay? They got to be put to sleep for good. Shalom, coming short, Allah,